Hey lovies, welcome to my channel, Craft Away with May. I'm May. Welcome to my old and new subbies. I'm so glad to have you all here with me today. As the thumbnail show, we are doing some Christmas in July DIYs, and I'm so excited about today's video because we're just taking some really cute and simple items and turning them into some super cute Christmas decor to get ahead of the game. So first, we're starting out with this large size ornament wood cutout. I got this from, I want to say woodpeckerscrafts.com or either 24 Hours Crafts, but I think it was Woodpeckers because I've had it for a couple years. I do have my affiliate link in my description box below if you want to check them out. Their cutouts are pretty affordable in my opinion, as well as 24 Hour Crafts. So check them out and, you know, get a little discount along the way. Next, I'm taking this little Merry Christmas sign that comes in, I think they come in either a 3-pack or a 6-pack from Dollar Tree. It has Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, and Season Greetings. 3 different packs of those. So I'm painting, I took that and I put, covered that with some of my gold leaf rub and buff. And now I'm going in with this beautiful napkin that I had in my stash with these super cute pink ornaments on there, and I'm just pressing it out using my mini heat press. If you guys been with me in the last few videos, you know I've been on my little decoupage kick. I get the, you know, I go through that phase every now and again where I just want to decoupage everything. And so I was like, but what better time to do it than on this super cute ornament. I just painted that ornament in some white paint using some Waverly paint, and here I'm just sizing it out to make sure I get enough coverage on that ornament. And next I'm going to go in with my water pen. Now you see this napkin just trying to fly all over the place because it was so hot again. On this day I had my air fan, not my air fan, my ceiling fan going, and I was like, I just can't not cut it off right now. It was just too humid and hot. So yeah, you'll see a lot of stuff just trying to fly away, but we keep it under control. So once I cut that in half, I am going to go in with some of my Mod Podge, and I'm just going to put 1 coat of that on there and allow that to dry. Now it dried super fast, y'all, because it was so hot. I mean, it was hot. I'm like, ooh, baby. So, while I set that to the side, like I said, it was practically already dry when I set it to the side right there. But I am just going in with my water pen now, and I am going to, I think I said I was going in with my water pen earlier. Actually, I just cut it in half using some scissors, and now I'm going in with my water pen, and this is just going to allow me to get that nice little rigid tear to make it not look so sharp and perfect, you know, because I want it to blend in with that paint and that surface. And I just feel like this is the best way for me to do it. Now you can also do this using a paintbrush. You can even use the tip of your finger if you're careful. You can just kind of tear it away if you trust yourself to do that. But there's just so many ways to separate this. I even have used my Cricut little weeding tool to create the little jagged edges, but you know, it's all about preference here. And I just like working with the water pen because it just gives me a nice even flow of water. So here I was going to leave that bottom part as is, but once I laid it down, I was like, I could tell it was just there, and that line I knew was gonna bother me. So I was like, okay, we're just gonna go in with the water pen again and just create that little, you know, the little jagged edges to it, and that worked out perfectly. So once I get that done, I'm just going to line it up where I want, and then I'm going to take my parchment paper and put it over the napkin, and then I'm going to apply some more heat to this. Now the reason we do this way is because, one, it creates that barrier between the napkin and the heat, and it also, you know, if you put your heat to the napkin, it could take off some of that ink and get onto your mini heat press, and you don't want to do that. I mean, it's easy to clean up, but who wants to add any extra steps? I don't, because I'm a lazy crafter. So the less work I make for myself, the better. All right, so once we get that adhered to there, and this just gives this that nice, smooth, finished look. Now, if you don't have a mini heat press or any type of heating tool, you can use a low heat iron or iron on low heat without any steam, and you'll get the same effect. Or you can simply just use a sponge, which is something I often do as well. But I do like the iron-on method in certain situations, and this is one of them. So there I go in at the top of that ornament with some more of that gold rub and buff. And then next, to finish this off, I'm going to take some of this fuzzy yarn that I don't know where I got this from. I want to say I got it from Michael's, but it could have came from Hobby Lobby. It could have came from Walmart, because I honestly cannot remember, y'all. But anywhere you see fuzzy yarn and it's on sale, pick it up, okay? Because I know I didn't pay full price for it. So I'm just going to take this and outline that ornament there. And this is just to give it a little 3D fluff and stuff. And that's going to be it. I just do that using some hot glue. And that's pretty much almost it for this project. But I felt like it still needed something up at that top to separate the little hanging piece from the actual bulb. And I remembered I had this little cute mini green bow that my sweet friend Kathy Jo sent me. It looks like a butterfly bow. She told me she was making me some butterfly bows, and that's what this kind of looked like to me. So I wanted to add this to the ornament, and it's actually going to make it look almost like it's a wreath hanging around up at the top. At least in my eyes, that's what I saw. You guys may not see what I saw, but that's what I saw. And so then right here, this is where I'm going to go in and add that Merry Christmas sign from earlier that we added rub and buff to right there. And in the ornaments on that napkin, it has some gold finish in it. This was just cute. So simple and just so super cute. I really like it. So then we're going to add in a hanger here. Now this could definitely be a leaner piece, especially if you have it on a mantle or fireplace near where you have your Christmas tree. You can just kind of tilt it to the side. I think it would be super cute. You could add some tower tumbling blocks to it as well to create a stand with it. The options are endless, and I actually may do that depending on whether or not I want to hang it. I haven't decided how I'm going to decorate for Christmas, but you know, or if I'm going to decorate for Christmas. So this will be the first time in a long time that I'll be able to decorate for Christmas. So we'll see what comes of that. Now, if you guys remember from St. Patrick's Day, they had these cute little shot glasses out, and in the springtime I had duped some spring boots, some rain boots from Janice over at Craftastic DIYs. And so I held on to the other pack because I'm like, these were my cute, super cute Santa boots, right? So that's what we're making. Now I didn't paint them in black because I wanted more of a red and white finish. So I was like, you know what? They're still going to be Santa boots, but they're going to be red ones. Okay, so feel the vibe and receive it, guys, receive it. So right here, once I paint them in that red crimson, it's crimson colored paint by Waverly. Once I do that, I set them to side to dry. I did give them 2 coats. Now you can also take them out and spray paint them, but again, too hot in the garage to do that, so we didn't. No. So right here, I'm taking 4 of these wooden snowflakes. You can get those from Dollar Tree. I painted them in the white paint by Waverly. And I'm trying not to talk fast, y'all. I did have some chocolate covered M&Ms. I mean, the peanut M&Ms. So that could be, you know, I was trying not to be too hyper. But anyway, I got that little wood base right there from Dollar Tree as well. Painted that in some white paste. Paint, not paste, paint. Then, after the snowflakes dried, I'm going in with some Mod Podge and I'm adding in some of this faux snow. Now, I got this faux snow from Temu, and you can tell it's Temu brand, okay? It is so rubbery. I was like, it just feels like little rubber bands. But anyway, it did what I needed it to do. I know you can't really tell too much there, but it did give me that snowflake vibe. And now we're just going to start building our little shelf sitter right here. So once how I connected them together, I took some of those coffee stir sticks. You can use crafting sticks to do that as well, but the coffee stir sticks were super thin, and they were able to line up perfectly with the snowflakes where you didn't really see them too much. So I just wanted to make it look like one big snowflake, so I could put the Santa boots right in the middle of it. I don't know if I really accomplished a big snowflake, but that was what I was going after. So anyway, I'm going back in with some more of this furry yarn, and I'm just going to put that around the top of the boots. Okay, again, I know they probably should have been black, but I just want red and white, y'all. I think they came out super cute. I can't wait for you guys to see them. By the time you guys see this, I hope you guys would have had a nice, if you didn't have to work, long weekend, or you enjoyed your 4th of July with your family and friends. I did, and I was so happy because it was a good time. It was a good time. It was really good. My heart was happy. All right, and so right here, I'm just showing you guys that, all of that, because you need to see how to do that. Once I get that wrapped around, isn't it cute? It looks like Santa's boots. I think so. I think it does. You know what I probably could have done? Just painted the bottom part of it, like the whole bottom part black, and just left the top part. I don't know. It wouldn't have worked. As I see it now, it wouldn't have worked. So anyway, for the soles of the boot, I am going to take my Sharpie here, as you can see, and outline that in black. And so here's where I'm like, okay, it's kind of like Santa Boots remix. It's the Santa Boot remix. Come on, guys. I know. I think so. I think I can get away with it. So anyway, sorry I left that so much in there, but that's what I'm doing. I'm just outlining the bottom of it. There you go. It looks like a boot. It looks like a Santa boot. All right. So I do what I do for one, I do for the other, of course, because we have to have a matching set. All right. So then what I do next is I'm going to take these little like belt buckle ornaments or embellishments I had in my stash for years and years and years. I have been looking everywhere for these because I can't find them. I can't remember where I got them from. I feel like I got them from Hobby Lobby, but I may have gotten them from Michael's, but I honestly cannot find them anywhere. So if you guys ever see them, just pick me up some. I'll reimburse you for them. But I was down to my last two. And so I just wanted to add those on to make it look more like the boots. And then here we're going to start to assemble everything. And here I was just trying to figure out the placement for them. And I didn't think that middle part through. It wasn't the most solid. So the boots kept leaning in. So I was trying to situate them so they would be, not look like they were leaning in too much. And it kind of worked out for me. But it still came together very cute in my opinion. So here I'm just taking some more hot glue, adding that to the bottom of the boots, getting them in position. Now I should have put a little bit of glue in between the top part there, but I could always go back and do that. A lot of things I didn't think about until I started watching the video while I was doing this voiceover. And so, there you have it. That's just how it happens sometimes. So here I'm taking some of these picks, some white eucalyptus picks, and some little jingle bells that I found at Dollar Tree, and I'm just clipping a few pieces off because I wasn't really I wanted to put some Christmas presents in here, but I don't know where my little miniature Christmas presents are. So that's going to be a project for me to go start and, start looking for my fall and Christmas stuff and getting it together. So I won't be having to dig through boxes and containers and stuff like that. For the most part, I have stuff situated, but it's still a lot of stuff that I just have not gotten a chance to touch. So yeah, so that's going to be a Saturday project for me coming up real soon. So here I'm just clipping the larger bells that were on that pick, and I'm just going to center them right in the middle, a red one and a silver one. And that was just kind of the theme, red, white, and silver for this particular project. And I really really love the way this came together. I think it was so just cute and adorable, and I can't wait to display it during the Christmas season. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put it until then, so it doesn't get ruined. Also, guys, let me know if you want to see another Christmas in July video, and I can work on doing that one. So we may only have one video. I had one video last week, one video this week, and then we should be able to resume back to 2 videos next week, by the time you guys see this one. Or hopefully, if I can do 2 for this week, I will try, but I am on vacation right now, so I can't promise anything. Or I'll be on vacation by the time you guys see this. So we'll see. All right, if not, just don't leave your girl. Stay with me, okay? So right here, I'm taking our number 20. Which one is this one, guys? Oh my goodness, is this number 23? No, this is number 24, I think. I can't remember. Yeah, this is number 24. All right, so number 24. We only have one more after this. I mean it. One more, and I gotta figure out what it is. So number 24, and if you haven't guessed, we are making a snowman. So I just took the terracotta pot, painted it in white, and now I'm gonna take some of these snowman face Snickers. Oh my goodness, no more sugar before recording. So I'm gonna take some of my snowman stickers. And I got these off of Amazon a couple years ago, and I need to get some more. I really do. Well, I really need to learn how to paint the faces on, but I'm horrible at that kind of stuff. And this is just so much easier, and it comes out way cuter. So I'm just picking out the smallest eyes I can find on here, and I'm putting it on here. I probably should have made the cup a little bit bigger, but I didn't have enough saucers to fit the way I needed them to fit. So I had to go with this size terracotta cup, so our pot, to make our terracotta teacup. And I just go in and start applying the face. And once I do that, I'm like, okay, I was going to try to take one of the noses off of the stickers, but they were all just too long for this piece. So I just took one of my little miniature carrots that I had in my stash. I got a grip of these off of Amazon, and I love them because they're so vibrant and orange. And I was like, let me just clip it down, and I'm just gonna give this nose a 3D effect. So I was like, I like that. I like when I can do things like that. And so once I got it trimmed down, I just added on, and I really like this. Like, it's so adorable. It came together way better than I expected. I mean, I know I didn't do a whole lot with it, but I did enough, I think. And it just is super cute. Like, it's just the cutest little melting Frosty. How adorable is he? All right, so then what I'm gonna do here is take some of these little twigs I had in my stash, and I'm gonna start clipping them down to make the arms. Now this is where it got a little tricky, because in my mind I wanted the arms to stick out like, you know, Frosty's arms normally would. But when I tried to do it, I could have applied it with some the hot glue, which is what I'm going to do, but I knew that it just was not going to be a strong hold, and any little tap or touch or whatever, they would break off. And so I wanted them to stay on there, because again, these are things I'm going to have to hold on to for a couple of months before I can actually display them, right? So you guys will see how I applied the arm. So what I did right here was I just cut down the twigs and tried to make the little stick arms and the little stick fingers and things like that. And this is where I was looking to see, you know, is it going to work with me sticking it out? And I just didn't want to risk it. And, you know, I wanted this project to stay intact. So here I'm going to start assembling it. I didn't even have enough because it was so tiny. I couldn't wrap any like jute twine around it to hold the twigs together. So this is really going to be like a very, very delicate part of this project. So I don't know, maybe I should have drawn the arms on. I don't know, guys. I just get in my head sometimes. The simplest things can be made so complicated for me sometimes, and I just don't know why, because it does not have to be. You know, I'm not building monuments here or anything like that. It's just an arm for my melting Frosty. So I just decided to just lay it flat to the surface, and from the sides you get the idea of this, and it really did come together cute, even though I didn't get to stick the arms out like I wanted to. I mean, it was a good alternative in my opinion. And you'll see right here where I just kind of lay it to the surface and raise them up. And I think it's okay. I might have put it too close to the face, but I didn't want to put it too far back either. I know. I was making life way too complicated. So right here, I'm taking a half of my macrame ring. Now, a lot of people ask me where I get the rings from. You can order macrame rings off of Amazon. You can find them at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, even at Walmart. Just ask them where the macrame rings are at. And even Dollar Tree had them at one point. I don't know if they still do, but they had them at one point too. And now we're going to just add some hot glue, add that to the bottom. And this is where I wanted to make it look like he was starting to melt. I know it doesn't really look like the melting snow, Frosty, but I think so. And I mean, I think he was happy because he was looking at me smiling. I was looking at him smiling. And like, we were on the same page here. And I was like, okay, we're almost done, boo. Just wait a minute. So... So then I'm going in with a couple of my little bitty buttons I had in my stash. And we're just going to apply 2. I wanted to put 3, but again, I just didn't have a big enough cup to do it. So 2 had to serve, you know, our purpose here. And it worked. I think it worked. I really do. So at first I was going to leave 1. I was like, no, we got to figure out how to put 2 on here, May. And that's what I did. And I hope it doesn't look too crowded. I mean, I wish the buttons could have been a little bit tinier, but I mean, at the end of the day, I think it works. I think it worked. It looks like he was kind of spitting out buttons. But he wasn't. The buttons were melting away. Now, I couldn't find, well, I probably could have found if I had went out to the garage, a piece of ribbon that would have fit like very small around the neck up there. But what I decided to do was to go in with some of this gold trim that I had and just to put it around there. Now, in person, like in true view, you can see the little gold piece, but on camera, I don't know how well you can see it. I can't really see it because I can't see, but in person, you can actually see it there. So yeah, so I just added that in just to give it a little bit of division there, a little, you know, separation in between the two. Then I'm going to take this little miniature pre-tied bow I have just to give, you know, kind of sort of the thought that the scarf was there. Then I had this little hat that it came off of something I got from the thrift store. I can't remember what it was on, but it was with something else, and it was already had like the little snow painted on and everything. It was $1.99. I got 10% off on it that day. And I'm just going to add this to the top. Now, I have to tell you guys, I kept looking at this at this point, right? And I was like, something is wrong here. Something is missing. What am I missing? I'm missing something. And I kept looking at it, picking it up, looking at it. I did leave a lot of it out, but I'm fussing around with the hat because in my mind, I was like, something is missing. Like, what are you missing? And I just kept looking at it. So off camera, what it was the top part underneath where the brim of the hat is. I wanted to paint that black to make it look more like a top hat. So off camera, I do that, and you'll see it in the final reveal, but I just kept messing with it. Right there, you saw it was kind of coming loose, and I'm still looking at it like, what's missing? So then I decided to take one of these little miniature Christmas trees that come, I think it comes 6 in a pack at Dollar Tree. I was like, well, the hat needs a tree on it. Don't ask me why, y'all, but it did look cute on there. It does look cute on there, actually. So I added the tree on the side over there. Don't ask me why. Don't judge me, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I don't know what was happening this night, but it was happening. And so here it is. I'm like, okay, something's not right, but you'll see it coming up right now in the final reveal. There it goes. See the difference in it? Totally different. I was like, there you go. It finally came to you, girlfriend. All right, lovies, if you are still here riding with me, thank you so much. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting, just because you know I love to comment and chat with you guys after each and every video. And you also know that it's never required, it's only desired in my heart that I want to chat with you guys. And if you have a favorite of today, please let me know, because I want to hear from you. Also, to my newcomer, my new subscribers, thank you for joining my YouTube family. I am so excited to have you here with us. All right, and then also, guys, just to let you know what I've been doing to the newcomers, I have been creating terracotta teacups, turning them into taking terracotta pots and turning them into terracotta teacups. And we do a different theme after each video. We are on number 24 right now, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember now, but I will show all of the terracotta teacups at the end of every video. So let me know if you had a favorite project of today, and if you see a terracotta teacup that you like, and if you have a suggestion for any new ones, I want to hear about that too. All right, so quite a few of you guys did respond to me when I asked, do you want to see a video of me putting them all together or picking like the top 10 favorite, and quite a few of you guys did want to see that, so look out for that video. It will be coming. I'm so excited about this series. We're going to wrap it up with that, and then we'll go in. We're going to have to wait a month or two. We're going to go into fall and Christmas doing some more. So I'm thinking we might get up to like 40 of these if we can come up with that many during the fall and winter seasons. I don't know. It's up to you guys and what we come up with. I don't know. This brain of mine, I have things already written out of what I want to do. And then when you guys bring in the suggestions, that takes it to a whole other level. So if we get to like 40 or 50, my mind will be blown. But I'm so excited to do it for you guys. So just let me know if you have a favorite of anything today, or if you didn't care for anything today. Also, I know I'm trying to wrap it up before it gets to the end. Also, let me know, guys, if you want to see another Christmas in July video. Usually I only do one or two, just because I don't know if that's really what people want to see, if it's too early or not. But I'm open to whatever suggestions, even if you don't want to see Christmas in July. Hugs and kisses.